What's going on YouTube? WILDMAN here, and I'm back in the gym today. And no, please do not try to adjust your television set. That is a curved barbell. And the reason why I'm bench pressing with it today is because of its curved nature, it gives it a few more inches of a deficit before that bar touches your chest, making this a much longer range of motion than a normal barbell. And that curved nature also makes the barbell move and wiggle a little bit as you're bench pressing, which really activates your chest a whole lot more, and your stabilizers have to kick in, therefore making you a whole lot stronger in the chest. So now as I go up in weight on the curved barbell, I'm also going to be doing a pull-off press. Something I like to do on my pressing days because it really hits those obliques in a different way and activates them, which is what you need in order to stabilize the barbell when you're on the bench. And I'm also going to be doing some axle zercher carries, where I put into the crook of my elbow and then I carry it across the bullpen as such. Great exercise to do for strongman, and later that's going to get heavier as the workout continues. And that's going to be the beginning part of the strength giant set. Now, per the title of this video, there are a lot of strength programs out there, and they can be quite confusing because they're often numerical. You've got 4x4, 3x3, 5x5. Then you've got fancy names like Jim Wilder's 531, conjugate, 10x10, 3x10, 10x3, linear progression, lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. It can get very confusing sometimes to figure out which strength program you should do and which one is the best one to do. So let me start off by saying this. I don't really care which strength program you want to do, even if it's not a good strength program, as long as you're excited to get into the gym and push some weight and get a decent workout. That is most important for your health. Your moods will stabilize, your mental health will improve, and you'll feel better about yourself just getting into the gym and doing a very decent workout. And if doing one of these strength programs gets you into the gym and gets you excited, then I've got no issue whatsoever. However, if you're kind of looking around at the gym and you realize that there's a lot of people in there that are stronger and look better than you do, then maybe you want to actually pay attention to what kind of program they're on and why it's so effective. And since I'm not in the gym with you to meet your hero gym bro that's there inspiring you to get better and to get stronger, I will say this. People that I've met that do 4x4, 3x3, 10x10, or some other weird named program, I really haven't met anybody that has impressed me with their strength by being on these programs, other than they're just going into the gym and lifting mediocre weights, because those methods are really not that good. So again, assuming I haven't met your hero gym bro, I may not be able to ask them personally what program they're on, but I do have a guess of what program they might be on. For example, 5x5 is a proven strength training program that can be used for both beginners and elite lifters. If you're a beginner working up to a 6 rep max every time you come into the gym by doing a compound movement, that's also a proven method to get stronger. A big way to get jacked and strong is the conjugate method. And to do this for long term, where you're continuously progressing, is some type of linear progression movement. Those 4 I would highly recommend. And if you are getting burned out by doing these 4 and you want to move to a 3x3, 4x4, some weird program that's out there, just to kind of break it up and get back into the gym and get excited again, then I'm okay with that too. I'll probably have to do a whole entire separate video about strength programs and why they're ineffective and why the ones that I've chosen are effective. But that's for a future date, so stay tuned for that. Alrighty, now trigger alert, because this is going to make me very upset, because I looked at my notes and it's been a year since I've practiced with the Buffalo bar, which is that curved bar. And as I was going up in weight, it definitely felt foreign and it didn't feel very comfortable. You can see how wiggly it is just getting off the rack. So here I missed it because it wasn't due to strength at all. It has to do with that bar started to wiggle a lot and I lost the balance in my hand. So I had to shamefully drag myself from underneath the bar for all of you folks to see, as I miserably have to take off all the weights and then get it back up to its original position. And then I have to put all the weights back on. And the whole time I was doing this, I was just getting madder and madder because I was like, I know I can hit this. I have the strength. It's just I haven't practiced with the implement for a while. So I knew I'm going to hit this. And I had to get very angry, very focused. And this ended up going up a whole lot better. Look how much it just flies up there. But it still gets a little wiggly in the middle. So definitely have some work to do. Might need to pull this out a little bit more frequently than once a year and actually train on it like I used to, because my max on that is 335 pounds. Now for the volume set, I was only doing 1 round, and I lowered the weight to 245 pounds. And the idea was to just kind of go up to a rep where I either failed or it got really tough. So in the beginning, it actually was going pretty quick because, hey, I just lifted 350 pounds. So of course it's going to feel a little bit lighter in the hands. But then right around here, I started to slow down and it started to get wiggly again, which means that my chest is starting to tire from all the work. So that was the 9th rep, which I wanted 10 because I was so close. I was so close to 10, so that made me mad. And I just kept it in the same format of doing the polyp press and doing the Zercher carries back and forth. But now I'm upping the weight now. So now for 1 round, I upped it to 230 pounds, which actually felt a little bit harder than what I wanted to. So for the assistance giant set, now moving up to 320 pounds. And I got to try on my soft belt and put my hard belt over it for the first time. I've never done that before. And this actually moved a whole lot better. But that axle bar just absolutely wants to roll out of your hands due to its thickness. So I did 2 rounds of that. And this one actually moved a whole lot better. So maybe next time I can go a little bit higher next time on the Zercher carry. And those straps definitely make it move around a lot. And as I was doing the rounds, I was taking off my belt in this manner as such, which is super enthusiastic, as you can see. And then I would very slowly, holy cow, get up there, wild man. But I would do some hand release push-ups in between. 20 reps. This is what I credit to for getting the bar quickly from the chest to the middle of the movement on the barbell. So if you want to improve your bench press, definitely think about doing some hand release push-ups. And I also continue to do the polyp press, just trying to keep a nice even number on the obliques as I'm going up in the weight as well and transitioning through all these workouts. And for the accessory giant set, look at this little pulley that I've rigged. And I was using all the heavy kettlebells that I have, and I was really trying to hit the triceps with this pulley down because this actually equates over into strength for the overhead press for the log. And then since my chest was super tired, I'm like, you know what, let's get some blood pumped there so it can heal. So I'm just doing some braided pec flies, which that braid band is actually very hard in resistance. And of course face pulls, because I do face pulls after every single pressing day. And that was pretty much the workout. I really appreciate everybody stopping by. I hope everybody learned something new, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.